think it's really important to just stop and take a moment to kind of reevaluate and reflect on what it is that you've just worked for. And even if you haven't achieved what you wanted to achieve, think why. I am the way I am because of my parents. Growing up, my motivation was always that I didn't want to disappoint them. I have had a very turbulent career. There's been ups and downs, and as well as being resilient, I'm relentless, which can be a pro and a con at times. We travelled there and got a call from the team manager saying, "Can you come to your room?" First thing I thought was, has something happened to my roommate? So I went upstairs and the team manager was like, "You've been pinged." When you're in Olympic Games that you've waited not 4 years for, but 5 years, then for someone to say, like, "We don't know if you can now compete because of somebody else." We weren't allowed out all day until we could go to the track in the evening. So it was this horrible cycle, so we kept sleeping and it just made you feel really depressed actually. Yeah, Olympic blues is a real thing because if you think about it, you're surrounded by world-class athletes. There's this buzz in the village, and then you're going to training and everything's tapered in and very specific, and then you come home, it's almost like still. You might have not achieved what you wanted to achieve, so you've got all these emotions. It's a tough time, and I think that's where you probably need your friends and family the most, despite whether you did well or not. If you're not willing to sit down and almost accept what you could have done better, then how do you move on from there? Because nobody's perfect and there's always something that you can learn. Just having that attitude allows me to develop and grow and progress. Be able to reflect is a very important skill. I don't want any regrets. If you don't try something, then you're never going to know, so you've just got to go for it. But what's the worst thing that could happen? I think diversity is really, really important. Growing up in the middle of Stoke-on-Trent as a little mixed race girl with like wild curly hair and not always identifying with the people around me, to think I could be a role model for somebody who looks like me to show you that actually you don't need to look like everybody else around you. There are other people from other walks of life doing things that you can achieve and are obtainable. Seeing women do well only encourages more women to do well. I think the media holds a lot of the power in their hands to quote unquote big up women's sport and just almost saying like, we believe in you, and not kind of downplaying women's sport second to male sport, because it's not. So we deserve the same accolades and support, and I think that's what it's about, support. The only medal missing is an Olympic medal. Therefore, until I get what I want, I'm just going to keep going until my body tells me otherwise. I just haven't achieved what I want to achieve yet. There's something inside me that's like, let's keep going, and that's what drives me and that's what motivates me. We're not done here yet.